Hi everyone, my name is Bapi Ahmed and welcome to my course of Generative AI. So guys, we'll be starting with another very important concept inside Generative AI called RAG. I think you have heard of RAG inside Generative AI, right? Because this is the most used actually topic inside Generative AI. So the full form of RAG is like Retrieval Augmented Generation. So in this video, we'll try to understand what is RAG exactly and how RAG works and why RAG is so important. Okay, let's say whenever we'll be working with generative AI, whenever we'll be implementing any kinds of, let's say, application. So why we have to follow this RAG concept there. Fine. So guys, I think you already know inside generative AI, we use something called large language model. That means LLMs. So LLMs actually have some limitation. You can see the first limitation it is having. So the first limitation you can see LLM can't answer correctly to the private data. Let's see if we're having any kinds of private data. So that large language model won't be able to give you the answer related that. So if I give you one example, let's say you are having one personal website. Let's say I have one website called Code Commander. Okay, so Code Commander is my website. Now, if you open up your ChatGPT and if you ask related Code Commander, your ChatGPT won't be able to give the answer because ChatGPT trained with older data. That means I think ChatGPT trained around 2021 to 2022 data. Okay, around this year actually they trained this model. After that, actually, I created this channel. Okay, so this data is not available inside my ChatGPT knowledge base. That means that time actually this data was not available in the internet. Okay, so you can consider it's a private data, or you can consider any kinds of private data, your private, let's say, website data, private, let's say, your company data, anything. So if you ask any question related to the private data, your model won't be giving you any kinds of response to that, right? Then you can see the second limitation, LLM can't provide the most current information. Let's say if you're asking any question which is like more current, okay, more current, let's say, information, your model won't be giving you the answer. Let's say if you ask the question related this Olympic, okay, the current Olympic, it won't be able to give the answer because it hasn't trained with the current information. Okay, so these are the actually limitation we're having with the LLMs. But I want to create an application. That application will be also able to give the answer related to the private data as well as the current information. So how it can be performed? Okay, we can do it with the help of RAG concept. That means retrieval augmented generation. Now let's see how RAG works. So guys, here you can see RAG allows LLMs to use external sources for the better response. That means let's see if you're having any private data, let's say any external documents. So what you can do, you can give that documents to the large language model. How? For this, you just need to use one embedding model. You just need to use one embedding model. With the help of this embedding model, you'll just try to generate the vector embedding of the data. The data actually will be giving. And this vector embedding you will be storing to the knowledge base. That means to the vector database. Okay, I think we have already learned this thing previously. Previously, we already implemented this kinds of application, but I think you didn't know. Okay, this is a RAG application. I just given some high level overview, like how we can, let's say, use our external documents. I think we already created some of the project, right? So yes, this is called actually RAG. That means we are using our external documents. We are creating our knowledge base. And to the knowledge base, actually, we are integrating our large language model. Okay. Now, whenever user is asking any kinds of question, okay, whenever user is asking any kind of question to the private data, what it will do, it will go to the knowledge base. Okay, it will go to the knowledge base. Knowledge base will give the response. Okay, the question you are asking, the relevant question you are asking, and your LLM will process that answer as well as the query, and it will give you the correct response. Okay, so this is the complete architecture of RAG. That means retrieval augmented generation. Okay, so with the help of this concept, actually, we can easily use our private data sources or let's say external documents to get the information. Okay, I hope it is clear. That means if you are using RAG concept, it would be more accurate answer on the private data. Stay updated with the new information. Let's see if you're having new information, new data, what you can do, again, you can give that data to the knowledge base. That means you can use embedding model. You can convert those data to the embedding representation. You can store to the knowledge base and you can connect your large language model there. And if you're asking any question related that information, it will give you the answer. Okay, your model will give you the answer. So this is the concept of retrieval augmented generation or RAG. So guys, now let's try to see how RAG works. So as I already told you, whenever you are using RAG, that means you are connecting your external data. That means your private data. Let's say you have connected your private data. Let's say you have connected your website. Okay, you have connected your website. That means from the website itself, it will extract all the information. Let's say you are running one e-commerce site. So user has asked one question, what are your business hours? Okay, now how it will give the response by using your information. So first of all, what it will do, it will try to use something called retriever. So with the help of retriever, it will try to fetch all the information from your website. Okay, all the information it will fetch from the website itself. Then it will perform something called augmentation. So what augmentation will do, it will just try to augment the query. That means whatever question user has asked, okay, and the data actually you are getting after retrieval. So it would be actually augmented. That means it will add them together. Okay, let's say the query as well as the data. Then it will pass to the generation. That means to the large language model. Large language model will try to understand the entire data as well as the query user has asked. Okay, and based on that, actually it will provide the answer. So the answer is Monday to Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay, so that's how actually RAG works. That means it will use actually three components. One is like retrieval, another is like augmentation, another is like generation. Okay, that is why it is called retrieval augmented generation. Okay, I hope it is clear now. So guys, this was the introduction of the RAG, and I think you got it, how RAG works and all, and why RAG is important. Now let's try to see one practical example of RAG.